Tension remains high at the Moi University in Eldoret after a medical student was hacked to death by a young man claimed to be her lover.
Police have arrested a 28-year-old suspect accused of murdering a 6th-year medicine student at the Moi University in Eldoret.
April 9th, 2018. Ivy's spirits were blazing with excitement. The next day was her birthday, and knowing that class is out of her way, she was free to dive into planning the ultimate celebration. And by all accounts, her life seemed like a picture-perfect dream. At first, she was in her final year at Moi University's School of Medicine, a testament to her hard work and brilliance. And then there was her beauty, which was radiant and captivating. A true African queen that embodied of grace and charm. She was the kind of woman every man would dream of. She had rightfully earned her place at Moi University's School of Medicine by achieving the highest grade possible, an A, and in the Kenyan high school examinations. This remarkable feat was accomplished during her time at the esteemed Alliance Girls High School, a true testament of brilliance and dedication. By all accounts, she had every reason to celebrate, to honor the achievement, and toast to the milestones she had reached. With graduation just months away and a promising career short of dazzling, yet behind glamour and success, there was one shadow that lingered. A problem that she couldn't solve. It was a problem that had haunted her since childhood. A shadow that she couldn't shake, and tragically, it would rob her of the chance to celebrate another birthday, cutting her life short just hours before she left class with an axe. The problem had a name: Naftali Kinuthia, a childhood friend who had nursed a crush on her for years, a dangerous obsession that would lead to a devastating end. Naftali Kinuthia was by all means, or by appearance, a young man in the rise and a diligent system administrator at a prominent betting company in Kenya who had carved out a respectable career for himself. He was the kind who kept his head down and focused on his work, steering clear to the typical distractions. He neither drank nor smoked, nor did indulge in the rivalry of friends. To many, he seemed like the perfect picture of a disciplined ambition. Instead, he found solace in retreating to the comfort of his own space, driving home after work to enjoy the quiet solitude he had cherished since childhood. Dedication at the ACK Njuguna Academy. It was there, amid the laughter and the chaos of childhood, that he first laid his eyes on a young Ivy Wangeci, his classmate. Like most boys his age, captivated by her striking beauty, an allure that seemed almost otherworldly to his youthful eyes. But there was a little he could do about it. Primary school relationships were strictly frowned upon, deemed inappropriate and immoral. Meanwhile, Ivy Wangeci embarked on a journey at the prestigious Alliance High School, leaving Naftali and his unspoken feelings far behind. With no social media to bridge the gap, the distance between the schools was over like 200 kilometers apart. This separation robbed Naftali of the chance to share his feelings, leaving his teenage heart to quiet ache in silence. Despite the distance, Naftali could never forget her angelic face, and he held on to the hope that fate would reunite them. And sure enough, the Lord answered his quiet prayers, bringing them back together after high school, as both of them now lived in Thika town. Ivy's parents, both teachers, resided in a peaceful neighborhood of Makongeni Phase 10, where their paths would cross once again. Naftali, on the other hand, came from a well-off background. His family owned a string of apartments and operated under the name Bemwa, with ventures like hardware and stores and Bemwa bookshop along Mamangina Street. In short, Naftali was the kind of guy who excluded coolness with a life that seemed effortlessly successful. Using his family's wealth as his tool, Naftali set out to win Ivy's heart. Knowing his shy, introverted nature didn't quite lend itself to grand romantic gestures. So like a boss, he let money do the talking, taking her on lavish dates, hoping that the luxury would make her fall for him. For Ivy, Naftali wasn't her type. She didn't think much of him. She was simply enjoying the free gift he lavished on her. But in her mind, she probably thought that once she joined the campus in 2012 to pursue her medical studies, Naftali would eventually forget about her. However, this was far from the truth. Naftali was completely mesmerized, almost hypnotized by Ivy's beauty. In his mind, she was one of the women destined for him, placed on his earth just for him. He was determined not to stop, but nothing to win her heart, even though he faced rejection times and times again. His obsession only grew stronger with each setback. Meanwhile, Ivy began a fresh chapter in her life in Eldoret. As time passed, she made new friends, gradually distance herself from old ones like Naftali, even dropping her old phone number. As she focused on her studies, love found her in the form of her fellow classmates, sparking a new connection that would soon capture her heart. By the time Naftali tracked Ivy down years later on Facebook, after she decided her old contacts, she was already taken off the market. In short, kutoka soko. But that didn't faze Naftali. After reconnecting, he turned to his familiar love language, money. He believed that lavish gestures and gifts would finally win her over. On her birthday, Naftali would send Ivy money as a surprise gift, hoping the cash would soften her Agikuyu heart and make her fall for him. But Ivy wasn't fooled by his tricks. She simply went with the flow, thinking that eventually he'd give up. But little did he know, Naftali's persistence would only grow stronger. Naftali wasn't about to give up. His obsession only deepened. He kept sending money, gifts, and to take it a step further, he even offered to fund her birthday parties, like the one she was planning on the fateful day. His belief that money could win her over drove him to greater lengths, even as Ivy's heart remained firmly elsewhere. With carefully planned budget of 28,000, Naftali promised to fully fund Ivy's birthday celebrations. He even sent her 14,000 upfront, assuring her that he will deliver the rest on her big day. However, upon receiving the money, Ivy made it clear that she wasn't inviting him to the party. She told him to stop pestering her, as she was already in a relationship with someone else. Naftali was in disbelief. Ivy's rejection stung, but she added salt to the wound by blocking his number, which only fueled his anger further. How could she do this to him after everything is spent on her? Over 200,000, not less? Feeling utterly betrayed, he was consumed by rage. With an axe in his hand, he made the fateful decision to travel to Eldoret, determined to confront her. 3 a.m. journey was the catalyst for the emotions, and as soon as Naftali arrived at Ivy's school, he saw her walking in hand with a classmate, her lover. The sight of them together ignited a fire of rage within him. Fueled by anger, he grabbed the axe that he had brought all the way from town and jumped out of the car. In a moment of madness, blue-gunned Ivy to death. The chilling scene quickly sparked outrage, with onlookers pouncing on Naftali like a pack of hungry tigers, furious over the senseless murder of an innocent girl. The mob gave him a rough massage, but his fate took a turn when swift officers arrived just in time, pulling him from the chaos and taking him into custody, sparing him from the mob's wrath.
Boys when alimu attack watu fulani, watu wakakuja hivi kama kuconfront huyo msee, so kidogo akatoa kisu ninio dem kwa hapa kwa jugular kumkata.
So considering I do sentence the accused hearing to serve a custodial sentence of 40 years.
Naftali was charged with murder and sentenced to 40 years in community maximum prison. Should have been a life sentence. While Ivy's family will never have the chance to see their beloved daughter again.
I miss you, my Ivy, every day. I love you. I wonder who will take care of me the way you did. Who will be buying my purses? Who will be buying my earrings and perfumes? Who will approve my clothes designs?
Naftali's fate is different. In 2063 or then 2063, he'll be released back in the arms of his family as an old man, forever marked by the consequences of his actions.
I only left for a few meters, and looking back, I saw them hugging. It came to my mind that she was doing that on purpose. Because from how I knew her, she never did that in public. Not even in our best moments. I never saw her. So I thought she was doing it to rub it to my face. At that point, that's when I thought I lost control of myself. I was too angry to think clearly. From there, I can't even tell when I decided to pick the axe. I wasn't myself.
Then?
From there, I can't remember exactly what transpired. I was told later that the worst had happened. The axe has always been there. As soon as I bought the car, I bought the axe for my security. Okay, after thinking about it and reflecting, I knew it would not have happened. And there were many ways to get around this situation without causing the death an innocent